I grew up next door to this house.
86-year-old Ruth Merchant has a deep connection with this home, situated where the Loxahatchee River meets the Jupiter Inlet, the more than 100-year-old home known as Palm Beach County's DuBois Pioneer Home.
My mother, Anna DuBois, was born in this house.
Anna DuBois was the only daughter to Harry and Susan DuBois. In 1898, Harry built the home for Susan in Basic Wilderness. The pioneer couple would go on to raise Anna and their 3 sons, John, Henry, and Neil, in this home.
I loved to be with my grandmother. She was the world's best grandmother that ever was.
And more than 100 years after her grandparents lived here, the home is still standing and being celebrated. After years of renovations after hurricane damage did in 2004, Palm Beach County's DuBois Pioneer Home is reopened to the public. County officials, volunteers, history buffs, and descendants like Merchant celebrated the history that lives in and around this iconic Palm Beach County home.
They're darn lucky to have all this history that goes back this far, and that the Parks Department and the people before them have preserved it so well and are so willing to share it with everybody else.
Let me tell you a little bit about the living room here.
The home, now open to the public for tours on Tuesdays and Thursdays, tells the stories of the pioneers, the self-reliant family that fished for themselves, raised their own food, and kept bees for a living. Winding through the home is like traveling through time. Learn about real items that belong to the family, along with pieces specific to the early 1900s.
And that's where they kept their drinking water.
But the home itself isn't the only thing luring history buffs to the area. What it's sitting on may be more interesting to some than the home itself.
This is one of the oldest occupied landforms in Palm Beach County.
The home sits high atop an ancient Native American shell midden. Davenport says the land has been occupied since about 6,000 years ago. The site has led to numerous discoveries by archaeologists, including clues as to who may have lived here thousands of years ago, as well as ancient trade beads and pottery believed to have been brought by Ponce de Leon.
The county has some crown jewels of parks, with DuBois being the crown jewel. I mean, it's right here on the ocean. It's beautiful.
And while Davenport says there's still much left to be discovered, what's already known keeps visitors coming back, time after time. I'm BB Baksh on 20.